Hey guys, welcome to the training here. This is Antoine from AntoineJoseph.com. Have you ever thought about the whole process of creating a lead magnet? I mean, you have to create the resource, you have to add the graphics to it, then you have to host it somewhere so it's downloadable. Then you have to create the opt-in page so people could put in their email addresses so they can grab your lead magnet. What's about if I show you how to get all of this done in one location, and you could do this in about 5 minutes, okay? Now, what you're looking at here on screen is the lead magnet that's really converting for me right now. That's the one I'm really throwing ads at the moment. I do have a few others, but I just want to show this one to you because the features I just spoke about, they're right here. This is the lead magnet. This is the resource that people are going to get for free. But before they get this, they need to opt in, give me their email address. And the way this is done is in this style. Have a look. The opt-in page, the opt-in form is at the front of the resource. So even if they scroll down, they can't continue reading the document because they have to put in their name and email and click download. Then they're able to access it. It's so cool. So this converts higher than a lot of other lead magnet setups because you do have a glimpse of the resource before you kind of to tease you a bit so you could put in your email address and your name. So that's one of the features I love in this particular tool. I'm going to show you how I use it. Another thing I love is the resource library. So have a look at this. Isn't that awesome? You could also set up a resource library. I have a whole bunch of different resources here. Some are paid, some are free. And if they want to access it, they will click like this, and there is the resource, this particular one. And then they will put in their name and email address to get it. So that's a different style of the page setup to get the lead magnet. Okay. Another great lead magnet type I like is something called the lookbook. Have a look at this. In this resource, you could actually embed full videos. And in this one, I'm coaching on crypto, and therefore I'm taking some public videos that's really high quality, embedding them inside of the document here. And then, if someone wants to click through and join my opportunity, they will click a button at the bottom there and join. Okay? So cool. Now, right now you want to create your own lead magnet. So, another feature I like, look at this on the side here, literally share buttons, okay? And all of this is hosted in the cloud. There's no need to buy hosting, etc. This is all done in the cloud for you. And again, you could use the share buttons to share it with people on social media platforms. All right, let's jump into this. And I think, in my opinion, this is the best kept secret in lead magnet creation in the digital space. Have a look at this here. So this is the tool. It's called Beacon, and I'm going to leave a link below so you can grab an account for free. We are going to create your lead magnet. So step one, let's get into the dashboard. In the dashboard here, you could see I have a whole bunch of resources set up. Okay. Now the stats are kept up here. Because I don't use the native opt-in, my leads are tracked in activecampaign, so they don't show up here. But you could also capture your leads inside of Beacon and you respond to them and manage them via capture from Beacon, okay? But I tend to integrate with activecampaign, and there are lots of integrations inside of Beacon. Okay, now, how do we get your lead magnet set up? Very, very simple. Go over here, and what I like to do is I would create the lead magnet and then create the opt-in form so people can grab it. So we, in this instance, going to create something like this one. All right. So let's go. Step one. First, we create a lead magnet. So when I say lead magnet, I'm referring to any of these. So you press create, you go to lead magnet, and let's create a checklist. Maybe we can do a checklist. Let's do a checklist. Checklists are cool. Okay. So checklist, and the first question here, are you recycling blog content? So you could literally upload a blog post and use this as part of your checklist. But for me, I'm just going no, I'm starting from scratch. And I could choose any of the templates that they have in here, right? So let's assume that I am going to take this template and I'm going to call this the 9 steps to a high converting FB group. I actually have a process that's 9 steps to a high converting group. So that's a good one. And we create lead magnet, click this. Let's go to the next step. Okay. And then here they set up about a couple pages for you. And just scroll through. Now I'm going to show you the basics here, but if you want the more advanced stuff, I'm going to put it in my brand new course where I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful and even convert higher. But the checklist portion is what we're after. So step 1, right? You then would indicate whatever your step 1 is, step 2, etc. So the assumption is that you already have your methodology and you insert in the different steps in the checklist. All right, you put some introduction. The template is well done. And at the end, you could actually have them book a consultation. Okay, so if you, as a coach, providing some free consultations, put that in. Now, there is a training I have showing you how to make $1,000 on your consultations, how to only have paid consultations, but also how to do free 15-minute consultations also. So I do have that resource. So it's somewhere on my channel here or under the video, so you'll get that. But for now, this is our lead magnet, and we are going to publish it. You need to publish it first. I normally publish as a smart PDF to keep it hosted on the cloud, and I have a custom domain, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to set it so it's downloadable, and that's all it takes to publish my lead magnet. So now I have my published lead magnet. If you want to see what it looks like, you click this link, and we have our lead magnet right here. Okay, so I can literally download this or share this or take the link here and give it to someone. But I need my email capture. I need to capture an email so that they would then be able to access my lead magnet. So how do we capture the email? And that's the part that I'm emphasizing as the 5-minute process. So make sure things are saved. I go back to the dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard here. And this is my lead magnet that is brand new now. The cover image doesn't show for now, but it'll show up later. Okay. Now I have my lead magnet. My next step is to go ahead and create an opt-in page. Okay. So I click pop-up form. Okay. And here we go. And I'm just going to name this the same thing, 9 steps. 9 steps to high converting FB group. I'm naming it the same thing as the lead magnet so I can associate them and remember what it's for. Okay. So I have an option here to upload my own lead magnet that's out of Beacon or to use one in Beacon. I'm going to do this. And here is the resource that we're going to use. Select this one. Okay, so on this page, you could choose the format of your lead capture. You have 5 of them, and you could choose content upgrade, which is pretty cool. So if you have a blog post, in the blog post, you could have a button there. Inline form. In here, you could also have the form within the blog post. Pop-up delay. You could give the lead magnet the ability when they are going to read through it, they have an opportunity to read it for a few seconds, and then up pops the lead capture. And this one here is a horizontal bar at the top. Okay, so it's a cool little bar at the top so they could read through, but if they want to continue scrolling down, they'd have to put in their email. But the one we're going to use for today is the link lock. Okay, and the link lock is what I showed you earlier, which is this one, link lock. All right, so first we're going to choose one of the templates. I tend to just use a simple template. It's so simple because what I want to do is to have it appear like this. So there's some beautiful cool features, but I want my simple link lock form. So here we go. All right, in 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. We are 5 minutes away to finish this off. So headline here would just simply be 9 steps to FD group, whatever the name of that resource is. Cool. Then we go down to the paragraph, which is this area here. And I would say something like, your download will be sent to the email address provided. Cool. I like to center it, so I tend to do this. I've learned a few tricks, right? I tend to do this to center it, and the headline. I tend to do that to center it. Okay, something like that. And the form itself, I want the first name. I don't want just the name. I want the email, and then consent text, which is here. I don't really want this. I don't need this, so I remove the consent. And the button is cool. That color is cool. The layout is cool. I could change layout to this layout or that layout. I'm going to keep this. Let's let we save. Always save. Turn it green. Let this button change from red to green, and then we move to step 2. Confirmation. Now this is where we can have an email sent to them when they provide their email address. Okay, so as soon as they put in their email address, they'll receive an email from you, and it will go something like this. All right, you could edit the email, you could edit who it's from, the sender, and all of that here. So if you're only using Beacon, I tend to do this. If you're only using Beacon as your email, your source of managing your emails, etc., I tend to do this. But for me, I always disable it because I use ActiveCampaign that takes care of all my email sending and such. Integrations. Again, I use ActiveCampaign. So I have an ActiveCampaign list set up. So I'm going to just use my list in ActiveCampaign. I'm going to save. And then the publish here, you're going to click yes to publish. And I'm done. Okay. Now, I leave those as is because I can receive a notification whenever somebody opt in. Whenever I capture a lead, I can get a notification. And I tend to use Smart PDF, keep it in the cloud, and I save. And here we go. Click here, click this, and you'll see how it shows up. So here we are. We have our lead magnet in the background, and we have the opt-in form in the foreground. And therefore, if somebody wants the lead magnet, they must submit the name, an email, hit the submit button, and get it. All right? And that's how you create a lead magnet in Beacon. 5 minutes flat, and you're good to go. All right, guys. So if you want Beacon, the link would be below this video, and it's really antoinejoseph.com/beacon. Get a free account. Set this up for yourself. Some of the features like the resource center, etc., these are upgrades, so you may have to likely upgrade to get those features. But the thing about Beacon is that the value is just ridiculous. It's the best kept secret in lead magnet creation, and it does it so quick. Because if I had to do this using my traditional method of getting hosting, separate lead capture page, the lead magnet creation somewhere else, etc., all of those things would take lots of time and would be expensive because different tools are involved. With Beacon here, one tool does everything for me. In my case, I simply use ActiveCampaign as the email capture, but you could use Beacon as the email capture for purposes, based on what you want. All right, guys, so hopefully this helped. Get your lead magnet done in Beacon. Save yourself a lot of stress over tech and a lot of headache over time. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Go ahead and make your lead magnet in Beacon.